All right, I cannot believe this, but it's already the week of the Olympia. Or when you're seeing this, the Olympia has already happened. Like the biggest event in bodybuilding every year. For me, it's for context, it's Tuesday, October 7th. We are a couple days out from the Olympia. Well, I'm not obviously, but the Olympia is coming up. I mean, granted though, this time last year, I was only like a week out from my bodybuilding show that I did last year. It's crazy to think that a year ago I was like shredded and in a super big deficit and tired and drained and feeling like a zombie because I was so far into prep. And now I'm just bulking and feel great and full of food and carbs and massing up. But this time next year, we're going to be deep into prep again because my plan is to compete again next fall. So we got about a year to mass up, prep, and then hop on stage. Anyways, the Olympia. Yeah, so the Olympia is this weekend. And before it happens, I wanted to run down, give you all my predictions for open and then definitely classic because I'm more into with the classic stuff. That's kind of what I actually like follow more. I mean, I compete in classic. That's just my favorite division. But I like open too. Open's super cool. But yeah, I want to give my predictions and then I'm gonna go hit a workout. I got an upper day today, so might as well take y'all along with me. Kind of just run a quick workout and then we'll wrap up the video. I'll pop back in, give an update on how my predictions were, how the Olympia actually went, and how well I predicted placings. I'm only gonna do the top five for a classic and open, but yeah. So pretty much open. How do I think it's gonna shake out? I think it's gonna be an interesting year. I think Samson Dowd is gonna be really hard to beat, though. I think he's just gonna be dominant, and I think he's gonna get another Olympia win. To be completely honest, he's just, I don't know. I've been following him on Instagram and stuff, and dude looks incredible. He's jacked, and then not only all the size that he has, his height too is like, it brings a different stage presence in my opinion. Like he's tall and huge. It's hard to beat. So I think he's probably gonna take home the Mr. O again. I think he's gonna be our 2025 Mr. Olympia. Second place, I honestly think Nick Walker has a chance for it. I think Nick Walker could bring in second. I really do. After him not competing in the Olympia last year, I think he'll come out, he'll surprise some people, and he's looks like he's put a ton of improvement. So he's gonna bring a great package. So I think Nick Walker, number two. Third place, this is where it gets a little more sketchy for me. Third place, I don't know. There's three guys that I think could go in any of these last three spots, but I think, and that's Hadi Chupan. I hope I said his last name right. Derek Lunsford and then Martin Fitzwater. Those, so like overall, now you know all the guys that I think are at least top five first call out. I think Hadi goes number three. So I think it's Samson, Nick, Hadi, and then Derek and Martin Fitzwater. That's what I think. Those are my predictions for the Open. I'm also not as keen on Open. I don't pay as close of attention to it as I do Classic, like I said. So I I'm okay if I'm wrong. I'm sure I will be. It would be super dope to also see Urs place kind of higher in the Olympia for Open. I mean, he's doing the Open Olympia. I would love to see him like get first goal would be sick, but I doubt it. I doubt he'll be top five. But as a classic guy myself, it's cool to see him going open. And I mean, it makes sense. He was struggling to make weight in classic, and his frame, he can just put on all the size. He looks great with this extra size that he has now. So I'm super excited to see what he brings to the Olympia. But for classic, how do I think classic's going to go? Honestly, it's been kind of, for me, a no brainer. I think Mike Sommerfeld is going to be the classic Mr. O. In my opinion, he's unbeatable right now. I think he takes home the classic O pretty easily. So first place, we're locking in. We're locking in Mike Sommerfeld. I don't think that's a controversial pick. I think most people would agree with me, honestly, on that one. Second place, and the only person I think does have a chance at topping Mike is Ramon. If Ramon can peak properly and not get super sweaty, watery, kind of like he did last year, unfortunately, if he can peak properly, um, I think he's going to come in looking amazing. So far from what I've seen, he looks really good right now. So we'll see. I think he'll take second, though. I think it'll be Mike, then Ramon. And then third place, I gotta give it to Logan Franklin. I think Logan takes third place. He looks great too. He came in second place at the Arnold Classic, right behind Mike Sommerfeld. So I think Logan will take number 3. I really do. And then number 4, I think goes to Terrence Ruffin. I do. I could see Terrence taking number 3 though, or number 2. No, I'll keep Terrence at 4. It's hard. It's really hard, guys, because the thing is, I do think Mike will take first, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to who shows up looking the best that day. Like, you could, if you don't peak properly, maybe the day before the Olympia you look great, you come in not looking great the day of the Olympia, the finals. Maybe you don't peak properly, you come in looking not as great as you want to, but the next day they're all carved up and then they look amazing. That's the tough part about bodybuilding. You got to hit that peak. You got to do it on time, because if you don't hit your peak right, you're screwed and you might not place very well. So it's going to come down to which one of these guys can peak the best in reality. That's my opinion. But what are we on? Number 4 is going to Terrence Ruffin. So then number 5, the last for the first call out, I think it's going to go to Matt Grego. I've been really liking the way Matt Grego's looking lately. I've been following him during like this prep and this offseason a lot. I think he's going to bring something special. He's been making some moves, making some waves in bodybuilding, and his physique's been looking crazy. The improvements he's been making are just insane. Like him last Olympia compared to this Olympia, the improvements are night and day. It's crazy. So I think he's going to take 5, if not higher, honestly. But I think it's going to be a really fun year, especially for Classic Physique. Classic's going to be so fun. And, maybe there's a dark horse that pops out of nowhere and surprises me, and it's not even one of those top 5 guys that I just mentioned. Maybe they come out of nowhere and they, play super high, maybe first. Maybe I don't think anyone's going to take it from Mike, but you never know. That's the fun thing about this is, if they peak well and they come in absolutely diced and shredded, oh my God, it could go to anyone, dude. I'm so excited. This is going to be such a cool Olympia. I can't wait to see what happens. But that's all I can do is sit and speculate. Y'all are probably sitting there pointing, laughing at the screen right now because I got all of my predictions wrong. But who knows? It's fun to speculate and everything. But at the end of the day, it depends who comes looking the best, and it depends who the judges end up picking for our Mr. O. So only time will tell. I can't wait to see. But I'm gonna go eat some beef and rice, my classic pre-workout meal, and then we're going to get into this upper day. So, yeah, stay tuned. Check out the upper day. And then at the end of the video, I'll be rolling out who actually won the Olympia. And I'll be comparing it to my predictions and let you guys know how accurate or how inaccurate my predictions were. So, stick around and you can see whether I am able to see the future or if I'm just a complete fool who doesn't know what he's talking about. You never know. It's probably the second one, but we'll see. I'm gonna go get this workout and then we'll see who wins the Olympia.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and we got history, yeah.
All right, y'all. So it is Sunday now, post Olympia. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to actually watch it live. So obviously, I didn't get a chance to go to Vegas and actually see it like in person live. That would have been sweet. Hopefully, one year I'll be able to do that, but not this year, unfortunately. And I actually was, I had some other priorities, so I was preoccupied. Wasn't able to actually tune into the pay per view, the live stream of it. So I didn't get to see anything live, unfortunately. So I've had to catch up and see everything through like social media, and then the results from like the website and everything, and from social media, seeing what people have been posting and talking about it, because everyone always talks about it immediately after the Olympia. But yeah, let's see how my predictions stacked up against reality. So men's bodybuilding, like the open division, open bodybuilding. I was close. I had a couple right. At least I named most of the right guys in the top 5, but not the right order. Derek ended up coming in first, which like super good for him. He looks great. I mean, I could see that. Hadi came in second, followed by Andrew Jacked, who I don't know how, but in my initial predictions, I kind of forgot about Andrew Jack, if I'm being honest. So like, he looked great, well deserved. I could see why I landed third, and then Samson dropped down to fourth. That shocked me. I mean, he was the reigning champ, and now he took fourth. That's quite the drop. But I mean, if you ask me, and then based on like what he posted on Instagram, and then what I looked at like from pictures and stuff, from what I could see, he was super diced and conditioned, but because of getting super lean and having really good conditioning, it kind of he sacrificed some size. So then it just comes down to what were the judges looking for this year, Were they did they want a lot of size and maybe sacrifice low conditioning, or do they want more conditioning and maybe sacrifice size? We could see this year they wanted that extra size, and that kind of shot Samson in the foot a little bit. He looked amazing, but dropped him a couple places, which that'll happen. So I'm excited to see what he does next year, because again, it kind of just shows how close in general before we get deep into any of this, number 5, Martin Fitzwater. So I got that one right, at least. I had Martin right. And then Nick Walker, who I think I had him going number 2. Um he was, yeah, see my dog's ears there. But he was 6th place. And the more I think about it, I mean, he's a freak. He looks awesome. He's huge, super freaky physique in the best way possible. But I don't think he's as like aesthetic in a sense as some of these guys. And I mean, the open isn't necessarily as big on aesthetics as like classic is, but a lot of these other guys, they got like they got a slimmer waist basically than Nick, and there's not much he can do about that. That's just a genetic thing, unfortunately. But it hurts him a little bit there in the placing. But all in all, I thought all the guys looked great. So that's the fun thing, especially right now about bodybuilding and both the open and classic, is um there's not like this dominant force per se. Like when Ronnie was competing, we always knew that Ronnie was going to win. Sebum, before he retired for the past 6 years, we always knew that he was going to come and win the classic. Whereas right now, in both open and classic, there's not just this like dominant guy, which makes it really fun because it's anyone's game. Whoever ends up peaking the best, whoever has a better prep, whoever like, and then what the judges want too, like conditioning or size, that type of stuff. Like it can be anyone's game. Like you don't know who's going to win, and that makes it so much more exciting because we can all make our predictions, but you never know what's going to happen. Which exactly kind of brings me into let's move down here into the classic physique. Ramon Dino, he won. He won. He took the whole thing. He beat Mike Sommerfeld. So I had these two. I had like Mike first and Ramon second, if I remember correctly from what I said my predictions were. Yeah, they were just flip flops. So Ramon took first, Mike took second, which honestly, Ramon looked great. I would agree with that placing. I think Mike's legs looked a bit better in my opinion over Ramon, but Ramon's whole package, I mean, he brought a great package to the show this year. So congrats to him. His first Olympia win, well deserved, well fought. He's been right there with the guys for the past couple of years. So I mean, he did great. So shout out Ramon on that one. And then, like I said, Mike took second. He still looked great. So I'm excited. I think this is gonna light a fire under Mike Sommerfeld. I think he's gonna come back with a vengeance next year. So it'll be a really fun watch next year. Um, Third place went to Terrence Ruffin. So Rough Diesel, love to see it. I love Terrence. I've been following him for a while. So I was super stoked to see that. Pretty big improvements for him for I think he competed last in the 2023 Olympia, so some good improvements, which is awesome to see. I saw on his Instagram he said he wasn't necessarily ecstatic about it, but like he's happy and grateful. But obviously he was shooting for that number one spot, isn't everyone? I mean, he said he put on like 10 pounds of muscle since the last time he competed, so he's gonna come back. Even he's gonna put in the work again in the offseason, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, it could be anyone's game in the future, which makes bodybuilding right now so fun and interesting. But number 4 was Jose Manas. I'm butchering that for sure, but he looked great. I admittedly I'd never heard of this guy, and it's kind of one of the shockers for me. It's like, oh shoot, like who is this guy? But like I said, some people come out of the woodwork and like look amazing and come on starts like placing in the finals. So Jose Ma looked amazing. I think he deserved it. And then number 10 was um One Punch Nas. How do you say his name? Niall Darwin looked amazing. Again, this is a guy that I've known of Niall. I've known of One Punch Nas. Like I've seen him on like Instagram and stuff. But for some reason I was making my predictions. He just didn't come to mind. I don't know why. But he looked great. Definitely deserved number 5. Um, and then who I had in the top 5 who didn't even make it was Matt Grego and Logan Franklin, which like Matt Grego got 10th and Logan Franklin got 12th. So those predictions were quite off. But again, it shows how competitive, especially this classic division is. Like it's so competitive. There's so many competitors. But I mean, when I got the top 2 guys, I was right with like not even who was getting it first and second, but like I had the top 2 like both up there, they were both first or second. But other than that, and I had Terrence up there as well. But I think I had Logan Franklin taking number 3 and then Terrence taking 4. But still, like I only got 3 of the top 5 right, and it's just anyone's game. And then Grego and Logan dropped down to like 10 and 12. So it's just crazy to see. It's super interesting. It's been exciting. I can't wait for next year. It's going to be exciting. And a lot of these other big shows, like the New York Pro, Pittsburgh Pro, Detroit Pro, the Arnold Classic. I'm excited to just see who shows up to all these shows and how everyone does, how they look throughout the season next year, and just all of this fun stuff because there's like I said, there's not that dominant like, oh, he's gonna win, so who's gonna take second type of story in neither the open or classic division. So it's super fun to see. I can't wait for next year. Next year, hopefully, I can at least catch the pay-per-view. Um, if not, go out to Vegas, maybe, but I kind of doubt that. It'll be super cool, but I doubt it. So yeah, we'll see next year. I can't wait. It's gonna be a super dope show. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. If you enjoyed, like usual, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop your in the comments. Drop your like what your predictions were and how accurate they were. and whether you were surprised or not by the actual, like results of the Olympia, or if you almost disagree with any of the placings that the judges did. Let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to hear like other people's opinions and stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, appreciate y'all for watching. I will catch y'all next Monday. We'll be back to kind of some normal, just like lifting or full day of eating, like normal content, not this Olympia stuff. But I had to touch on the Olympia that just happened. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I'll catch you next Monday. Peace.